Hey, what's up? It's me, your favorite girl, Nubian Monroe, and today is going to be story time. For those who have watched my videos, a lot of times y'all see me talk about um I had to get my nipple piercings removed, but I never really told you. So today I'm going to tell the reason why. So basically, I had to get my nipple piercings removed. I had an ectopic pregnancy. For those who know and for those who don't, an ectopic pregnancy is basically when a baby grows in your fallopian tubes. And yeah, so let's get into the story time. I like to do stuff in chronological order, of course. So I'm gonna tell from the very, very, very beginning. So basically, yeah, I was out and about. Well, no, basically, for like 2 weeks. This happened back in October. So basically, for like 2 weeks, I wasn't feeling all that good. I was feeling kind of tired, kind of moody, and bloated, and I was just not feeling good at all. So I was having a lot of pain, like a lot of pain, like in my back, in my stomach, um, just everywhere basically. And like I just recently found out that I'm lactose intolerant. So but any of my family members can tell you, I don't know why, you guys, like I love eating a sandwich, chips and juice. Like I can eat the sandwich, some chips and juice, and be straight for like a whole day. But I didn't know at the time that I was lactose intolerant, but I knew before then, like back in October, like I knew before then, like sometimes I would eat cereal or eat a sandwich or eat some eggs and my stomach would hurt. And this was around the time where recently, like when I would eat late at night and then lay down, my stomach would hurt, and like so I just thought it was gas. So like I would eat stuff and then go to sleep at night, and I would get this really, really, really excruciating pain, like excruciating pain. And I would think like, well, if I go take an Alka-Seltzer or if I take an ibuprofen pill, the pain will go away. It'll subside. So um, at this time, I didn't really have any Alka-Seltzer, so I would just when the pain would hit, I would just take an ibuprofen pill and then just kind of try to lay down. But even still, after taking two ibuprofen pills, the pain would not go away. So I remember, oh my goodness, you guys, like I would stay up in the middle of the night, sometimes all night, crying and just begging and pleading and praying to God to take the pain away, because it was that horrible. It was so painful. I was in so much pain, and the pain would come like in cramps. Like if you're a girl, you know how period cramps feel. It was like 100 times that, like horrible. And I just didn't know like what it was. I was thinking I just didn't know what it was. I just knew this type of pain would come. And I had just been planning to go to a doctor's appointment, and then like it was always something that would happen on the day of my doctor's appointment that would like kind of stop me from going, because well, for y'all who know, for those who don't, I got two kids, a daughter and a son. So some stuff will come up with them, like my daughter was sick or my son was sick. I'm the type, like, I'm not gonna take them outside while they're sick. Like I just think that as I would just try to clench my teeth through the pain and just hope and pray that it would be over with. But like for 2 weeks straight, it was just pain. And I thought I started spotting, you guys. Like I started spotting. So I'm thinking, oh, it's just period cramps. And like while I would spot, I would feel no pain, like at all. Like no pain, no cramps, no nothing. And then as soon as I would stop spotting, then the pain would come again, and I just did not know what was going on at all. And I was just so like scared. I didn't tell anybody. The only person who I told was my boyfriend, because we lived together. And I told my grandma that it was gas, because that's what I thought it was. And it was just so painful. So one day, I was out and I just went to the doctor, and I was describing my symptoms to them. And, they told me my symptoms was like pregnancy symptoms. So I told them like I hadn't had my period or nothing. So they said, well, we gonna give you an ultrasound. So they gave me an ultrasound, and they didn't see anything. And I'm like, well, I immediately ruled it out of my mind, like, well, that's not it, But I was just still with my feeling like they was like, let us just keep checking and looking. So they did like a whole bunch of blood tests and everything, and it did come back that I was pregnant. Blood test came back and said that I was positive. Well, it was positive and said that I was pregnant, but they still didn't see like a baby or nothing. So I went to Cook County Hospital. If you live in Chicago, I went to Cook County. And for those who don't live in Chicago or Illinois, Cook County Hospital is like one of the best hospitals in Chicago. They got like the best doctors. Like you can go to a different hospital, like if you go to Rush or UIC or a different hospital, and they can't tell you like what's wrong. As soon as you go to Cook County, within like a few hours, the doctors at Cook County will be able to tell you what's wrong. They just that good. And so they had me go downstairs to get an ultrasound by a different he was basically like, I guess like a real good doctor. I can't think of the title that he had, but basically they had me go downstairs to get an ultrasound by him. And what he did was he told me to lay on my side, and he just put the if any of you ever been pregnant, you know that they put like cream on you, like a type of gel. So when they put the ultrasound thing on you and they move it around, they'll be able to see. So they put it on some on my back, they put some on my sides and on my stomach, and he was just like really looking. Then he was like, "That's why." And he was like, "You are pregnant." And he was like, "But your baby's growing in your fallopian tube." And I was just like, I was so shocked, and I'm like, "Growing in my fallopian tubes?" Like, I just never ever thought that would be like something. I was just like, and he told me that I had to really get ready to go into surgery because they had to remove the baby because the baby was still breathing. And it was a good chance the baby wasn't going to make it. I was only 7 weeks. So I was just upset. I'm like, like, it was just heartbreaking, to be honest. I was just like upset. I really didn't know what to say. And he told me that I was, he's asked me, like, have I been bleeding or anything? And I told him, yeah. And I told him that I had been spotting. And he was like, well, you spotted me because, he said that, that the bag that the baby was in was kind of ruptured a little bit. So, some of the fluids was leaking into my body. And that's why I was experiencing a lot of pain. Because basically, I was essentially my body was getting poisoned from my own blood and from the fluids that's in the baby sack. And I was just so upset. I didn't really know what to say. And mind you, I'm at the hospital. Nobody know I'm at the hospital except for only a friend. Nobody really knew I was at the hospital. My mom didn't know. My dad didn't know. None of my family members really knew. So it's like, I'm having to experience this alone, basically, all by myself. And I was just so upset. So basically, so they told me I had to go into immediate surgery. So basically, I had to sit in the surgery waiting room. And I sat there for like, not even for like an hour, but it felt like 10 hours. Just waiting, just anticipating, just cringing, just thinking like I'm just gonna have to do this. It's something that I have to do because if I don't, I'm gonna die. And when you going through something like that, you never ever really think about it like that. Think about it that way, but it's like if you don't do it, you gonna die basically. And I was just thinking like, what if I wouldn't have gotten here sooner? What if I just would have kept taking ibuprofen pills, thinking like the pain is just gonna go away? And it was just crazy. So they finally called me back with me and 2 other people, and they told us just to the nurse told us to go in separate bathrooms to change our clothes, to put on the hospital gowns, and she gave us some socks to keep our feet warm. So I'm in. So they put me in the bed. They take me to a room where I'm waiting to get taken down to the surgery. What is the room that they're gonna do the actual surgery in? So while I'm there, I'm just I'm feeling alright for the most part, and yeah, and then like all of a sudden I just feel pain, and I'm just get up. I'm like I gotta throw up. So I'm calling the nurse, telling her like, can you please come help me go to the bathroom? I have to throw up. And by this time, I'm still in a lot of pain because now it's like it's just getting worse. So I go to the bathroom and I'm bleeding, but it's not like the type of spotting that I was doing at first. It's like full on heavy bleeding, like blood, like just too much. And I go to the bathroom. I use the bathroom. I go back to the bed, and I'm laying down, and I just keep throwing up. And all of a sudden, I feel like a whole bunch of cold air, just cold air. And then when I finally opened my eyes, it was a doctor, and he was like, "You just fainted." I'm like, "I just fainted." Like what? Like I was just like so distraught. I was so confused when I woke up, and I was just looking around. He was like, "Yes, you just fainted." He was like, "We got to get you to immediate surgery right now because your fallopian tube just ruptured. Just ruptured." And he was like, "Yes, that's why you feeling a lot of pain, and that's why you bleeding. We got to take you to surgery right now." So I'm like, okay. So they put me they put my bed on like the little wheeling things. You guys know what I'm talking about. The ones that they use to push around the hospital, and they take me to the room. They take me to like a room, and it's like kind of dim. Well, not really. It looked dim to me, but it wasn't really all that dimmed. And it was just a whole bunch of lights. They put a gas mask on my face, and then when I woke up, well, first they told me I needed to remove my jewelry, so I took my belly ring out, and not even thinking about my nipple rings at all. So they they put a gas mask on my face, and when I woke up, when I woke up, I was out of surgery. I was in the room. I was laying down in the bed, and yeah, I couldn't really remember nothing.